treatment of the wounded man. Hannah noticed Sadao walking in with his surgeon's emergency bag and he wore his surgeon's coat. Means Sadao had done preparation for the operation that he would do on the white man. Hannah asked in a loud voice if he had decided to do an operation. Sadao replied yes. He spread the sterilized towel upon the floor of Tokonoma alcove. He put all the instruments, if required for the surgery, on that towel. Dr. Sadao performed his surgery on the wounded man with Hannah's assistant. Sadao asked Hannah to bring the towels. She went to do the same obediently without any question. She brought towels from the shelf. Now Hannah was anxious as Sadao was going to operate upon the injured man. She also thought to put some old mats on the floor so that the blood would not spoil the carpet of the floor during the operation. So she got some rough mats from the backyard which were used by the gardener to cover the delicate scarfs from the cold weather. But the blood from the wound has already spread on the matting of the floor. The matting under the man was spoiled. Hannah shouted, "Oh, the mat!" But Sadao was not bothered by it. He asked him he asked Hannah to help him to turn over the white man. Hannah obeyed him without a word, and then Sadao started washing the back of the wounded man. Hannah was not a doctor, or in this situation, she was not compelled to help the white man or her husband, but still, she was helping Sadao, which shows her humanity and kind nature. Hannah told Sadao that Yumi had refused to wash the injured man. Sadao asked her, "Did you wash him?" Then, but Sadao did not stop cleaning him even while asking questions to Hannah. He made fast small movements of his hands as he cleaned the American soldier carefully. Hannah said yes and informed him that Yumi had refused to wash the white man. Sadao was so engrossed in his work that he did not seem to hear Hannah. Hannah wondered that for Sadao it did not matter whose body was in front of him, means the identity. The fact that it was a wounded body and needed medical attention was enough for him. His only concern was to perform his work skillfully and excellently. Dr. Sadao saw the value of kindness in his character and he cared for the ethics of his profession. Despite his servant's criticism of his decision to treat the American soldier, Dr. Sadao protects and shelters and aids the American soldier. Sadao then told Hannah that she would have to apply the anesthetic if it was required. Now, what is anesthetic? It is a substance that induces insensitivity to pain, which generally used during an operation. Hannah blankly, as if she did not understand what Sadao told her to do, told Sadao that she had never done that before. Sadao said impatiently that it was very easy. Sadao was removing the packing which he had done earlier to stop the fearful flow of blood by concealing it with sea moss, and now when it was removed, the blood started flowing faster. He looked and observed into the wound carefully with the help of the bright surgeon's light fixed on his forehead. He wore a light on his forehead to look deeper and clearer, and found out that the bullet was still inside the man's body. Sadao wondered that the wound was made deep by the rock as it was reopened and it was bleeding profusely. He said that if the wound was not very deep, then he would get the bullet out of his body. He added that the bleeding was not from the surface of the skin of the body. The wound was deep and he was bleeding from deep within, and as a result, he had lost a lot of blood. Hannah was not used to seeing live surgeries. When Hannah saw Sadao inspecting the wound, she would not see the sight and so she coughed. At the sight of the blood, Hannah became uncomfortable. Sadao looked at her and saw that her face was yellowish in color and pale like the color of sulfur. She turned pale out of her nervousness. Dr. Sadao reacted and ordered Hannah not to faint. Even a cool surgeon like Dr. Sadao spoke sharply to his wife. He did not stop his work or put down his exploring instrument and continued inspecting the wound. It was his dedication to his work as a surgeon, as he wanted to save the life of the man, and at this point, the only concern in his mind was the success of the operation. Sadao said that if he stopped operating, the injured man would certainly die. Hannah put both her hands on her mouth, jumped up, means leaped up, and ran out of the room. Sadao heard her sound and movement of vomiting, means retching, in the garden, but Sadao continued with his work, although he was impatient and irritable for not being able to help Hannah at that time. Hannah got sick after seeing the whole scene right in front of her, as she was not used to it. Sadao needed Hannah's help to operate the man. He thought that it would be better for her to empty her stomach so that Hannah would feel easy while helping him during the operation. He might have forgotten that Hannah had never seen an operation before, and it was definitely not a pleasant thing to see an operation for the first time. The treatment of the white man was an ultimate test for Sadao's patient. He was going through mental conflict whether to treat his patient or to comfort his wife. That is why Sadao at the same time was irritated and impatient, as his wife was under stress, and he was not able to help Hannah in her distress due to the man who lay under his knife like a dead body. He was slightly feeling angry. Sadao thought, this man, the American sailor, there is no reason under heaven why he should leave. Under heaven is a phrase which means in the whole world. Dr. Sadao thought to himself that the man had no reason, means the American man had no reason to leave. Then why Sadao strove to save his life? Strove means to make great efforts to achieve or obtain something. Unconsciously, this thought of Sadao made him appear like a ruthless person who did not seem to hold any sympathy towards the white man. But still, as a doctor, he was fulfilling his moral responsibility, because still he was working and performing his duty as a doctor, even though he was a little impatient and angry at that point of time. In his dream, in his stupor, means a state of near unconsciousness, the American soldier moaned, expressing his physical suffering, but Sadao paid no heed, means he disregarded and ignored the sound made by the man who was expressing his pain even in his unconscious state of mind. Sadao, while muttering to himself, told the white man to groan if he liked. Groan means make a deep sound conveying pain. Sadao, while muttering to himself, told the white man that Sadao was not doing this surgery or trying to cause any further pain to the injured man for his own happiness. In fact, he himself did not know why he was doing it. That moment, Hannah again entered the room. There are moments in life when we are faced with difficult choices in life. An individual is torn between his duty towards his motherland and the moral and ethical responsibility as a doctor or as a human being of helping a needy person when you can do so. This is the same situation and dilemma that Sadao is confronted with in this story. Sadao, being a doctor, his professional ethics came to the forefront while saving the wounded man, and he was also a man who believed in humanitarian values. It was his moral duty to attend to this wounded man who was their enemy. Similarly, Hannah's loving and sympathetic nature also came to the forefront in the face of the open defiance from the domestic staff. She also respected her husband, Dr. Sadao, and followed his example by helping the enemy soldier. Hannah got ready to give the anesthetic to the patient. Hannah asked Sadao in a clear voice for the anesthetic. Sadao moved his chin to guide her to the bottle of anesthetic. He said to Hannah that it was good that she had come back, as this man, the injured American man, had started to move slightly, means to stir. As he had started to gain the consciousness, it was now time to sedate the man, to operate him immediately. Hannah held the bottle and some cotton in her hands. Dr. Sadao guided and taught Hannah to put some anesthetic on the cotton and to place the cotton near the man's nostrils, and added that she should remove the cotton when the man started to breathe badly, means heavily. Dr. Sadao taught her the technique to sedate a patient before performing an operation, and Hannah obediently follows all the instruction given to her by Sadao. Dr. Sadao operated on the injured man with a single-minded devotion and without delaying. He started working on the complicated part of the operation while guiding Hannah. Hannah crouched, means she bent her knees and lowered herself to the ground and leaned forward slightly and looked at the sleeping face of the American man. She noticed that his face was thin and felt pity at him. His lips were twisted. She realized that the man was suffering as he was in great pain, whether he realized it himself or not. Watching this suffering of the American prisoner of war, she thought about the stories which she had heard about prisoners of war being cruelly tortured by Japanese army and the sufferings of the American prisoners of war after they got caught by the Japanese army. She wondered whether those stories were true or not. After seeing the suffering of the young American white man whom they were aiding in their house, the stories that she heard from different people orally about her own country's cruel treatment of prisoners of war contradicted itself. They did not have any proof, and neither in any newspaper report there was any mention about the sufferings of the prisoner of war. In the newspaper reports, there were only about how happily Japanese army was received wherever they went to liberate, means to free their own people from their enemy. People praised the Japanese army at their own liberation, means the act of setting someone free from imprisonment, slavery, or Operation. Hannah recalled an officer of the Japanese army named General Takima, who was cruel to his wife and would beat her mercilessly. But no one talked about it anymore as he had won the war in Manchuria. His victories for the country overshadowed his brutal inclination to domestic violence. Hannah thought that if a man like General Takima, who would be so cruel towards a woman, his wife, then in his power he would be cruel to the prisoners in his captivity, means imprisonment. She hoped that this young man lying in front of her, the American sailor, had not been tortured. This shows her sympathetic and kind nature. Note: about 27,000 Americans were taken prisoners by Japanese during the Second World War. The prisoners were routinely beaten, starved, and abused and forced to work in mines and war-related countries. It is one of the abiding horrors of Second World War. Just then Hannah saw deep red-colored marks, means injury marks on his neck under the ear. Hannah asked Sadao about the scars on the white man's neck. Sadao did not answer. At that moment, the tip of his instrument hit something hard, that is, the bullet. It was very close to the kidney. Sadao was not thinking of anything else and concentrated on it. He was happy to have finally found the bullet. He removed his fingers carefully to examine the wound. He felt only the purest pleasure after finding the bullet. He moved his fingers carefully to examine inside the wound. He was happy to have finally found the bullet. Dr. Sadao, being a skilled surgeon, knew every part of the body of a human being, even the tiniest part of the human body. He remembered his old American professor of anatomy, who had taught them about the human body, always used to loudly tell the class that ignorance of the human body is the surgeon's cardinal sin. Sirs, means if a surgeon ignored the knowledge of any part of the body, then it was the first misdeed or a deadly sin for a surgeon could commit. To operate upon a body without detailed knowledge of it would be as safe as murdering a person. A surgeon should know every details about the human body as if they themselves have made it. Sadau's professor would repeat these words in his class often. "It is not quite at the kidney, my friend," Sadao murmured. The bullet had just missed his kidney. It was Sadao's habit when Sadao would get engrossed in the operation and give full concentration, he would start talking to the patient. He addressed all his patients as my friend. Sadao also addressed and called the unconscious injured white man as my friend out of his regular habit. However, it is ironic that in this case, the patient lying in front of him was not a friend but an enemy. He made a few surgical cuts on the body of the American man, incisions, as described in your book, and removed the bullet. The man quivered but was still unconscious and in stupor. He muttered a few English words. Quivered means shake with a slight rapid motion. "Guts," the American man muttered, choking. "They got my guts." Sadao, Hannah cried, shout or scream out of her fear sharply. "Hush," Sadao said. In his unconscious state, the injured man was muttering, not aware of what was he saying actually. Sadao and Hannah removed his stomach. When the bullet was taken out, he felt like his internal organs are being removed. Hannah shouted, but Sadao asked her to remain silent. The man became so quiet that Sadao held his wrist to check his heartbeat. Although Dr. Sadao did not like to touch the American, still he was checking the pulse, if the man was still alive. His pulse was there, though it was very weak. Dr. Sadao thought that it was enough for a person who had a desire to live. There was still a hope that the man would survive. Sadao thought to himself that he surely did not want this man to remain alive, showing his loyalty towards his country. Though he had operated on the injured white man to help the white man to survive, but still showing his national loyalty and showing a true patriotic, he did not want this man to remain alive. He asked Hannah to stop giving anesthesia. He turned quickly and chose a small bottle from the medicine. He filled a syringe with the medicine, hypodermic, and pushed the syringe into the man's left arm. Dr. Sadao placed the needle down and held the man's wrist again. The pulse shivered once or twice, then improved and grew stronger. His surgery was successful and the man survived. Sadao took a deep breath as he told Hannah that this man will live in spite of all. The injured man would live. Dr. Sadao saved the enemy's life.